Posterity. We're going to mute everybody. And then even if you're a speaker, we're just going to ask you to unmute when you speak. So if everyone can mute, I'm hearing Kim S. I think we got to have you mute, and then anybody else. No worries, by the way, because it didn't drop you in here muted. So that is my fault, not yours. All right. Thank you, everybody, for being on. The recording is going. All right. We are good. Welcome to Riman. So if you are here because you are a guest of somebody on the team, which means if you are not currently a Riman representative, please let us know in the chat because we are going to have some special things for our guests. So all you have to do in the chat is just say, hey, I'm a guest, or just type the name guest or the word guest and the name of the person who invited you. So that is in the meeting chat. If you can head over there, that is amazing. And we are going to get this show on the road. My name is Jen. I'm a director here at Riman. I think I've been with Riman 18 months, 19 months, not even 2 years. So, in a very short period of time, we have grown a massive team and we are exploding. That basically people are hopping on every single day. There's a new team member that's coming into the fold. And the question is, why? Why are we growing and blowing up so fast? So, we are going to tell you it is all about timing and it is momentum of a really fast growing company meeting up with a trend in popular culture. So, right now, Korean skincare is absolutely viral. Even though this is a viral trend, Korean skincare has been around for centuries, and it is a ritual that has been passed from parent to child for forever and ever and ever. So even though it is viral and it is trendy right now, it is never going away. And it is, we can, I think, all say without a doubt, the best skincare you will ever use. So please let us know in the chat. Hello in Michigan. Hi, Cindy Nobles. Hello, Janine. Let us know in the chat if you have used the products and what you love about them. Tell us a little bit about your favorite product, maybe something that it's done for your skin or for your hair or your body or your insides, because we have supplements, we've got makeup. Tell us what you love. Um, and again, if you are a guest, just type the word guest and let us know where you are tuning in from. Okay, so going viral, huge increase in searches for Korean skincare. And I looked this up today, and it's from 2016 to 2025. There has been a 350% increase in Google searches for Korean skincare. 80% of women who try Korean skincare products report high levels of satisfaction. Now, what's interesting about that is these are the subpar products that we are getting here in America. So in America, it's very rare to get true Korean skincare. It is, probably a hybrid with some American harmful ingredients, right? Mixed in, doesn't really work very well. So here we have the number one Korean skincare in the entire world. 56% of American women have shown interest in K-beauty. 70% of customers who have purchased Korean skincare go on to repeat purchase, and 46% of Gen Z consumers are actively using these products. And Korean culture is exploding into pop culture. You've probably heard K-pop Demon Hunters, the Squid Games, Blackpink, BTS. The number one Broadway musical this year was Maybe Happy Ending. It won the Tony Award, all out of South Korea. So, in capitalizing on the trends, people want that glass skin look, that very hydrated, nourished skin look. And that is what we give them, folks. So, this is our company. Do you see us right here at number 22? This is, I'm going to move my stuff out of the way. Okay, this is the Direct Selling News Global Top 100 list. And what I want you to notice is some of the big heavy hitters, right? We've got Amway, we've got Herbalife, Primerica, Nu Skin, Tupperware, USANA, Sensi, Beachbody, all the things you've heard of, and Riman. And again, this is a global list, so some of these companies perhaps you haven't heard of, but we came in at 22 before we even got started in the United States. We are a legacy company in the direct selling industry. And here's the thing, look at the ages of these companies. Amway, 57 years old. Herbalife, 46 years old. Primerica, 49 years old. Tupperware, 80 years old. Um, Sensi, 22. Beachbody, 28, right? And look at Riman. We're 8 years old. We're like a little baby, a little tiny baby. And yet we are exploding in sales. And the fact that we are even on this list after only being in the United States for 2 years is insanity. So here's the other piece. The Direct Selling News had their big conference about 3 months ago, and they named the top companies in momentum. And guess what? Guess what's right at the top of that list? You got it. It is Riman. This is out of 10,000 companies in direct sales. Riman is top in momentum. Not only that, but you are sitting right now with the top team in the entire company. So you want momentum in direct sales? We're going to give it to you. And here is another reason to partner with us. It is the innovation that we bring to the table. So, as I said, we're a newer company. We're 8 years old. We did $3 billion in revenue in those 8 years in a tiny little country the size of Indiana, landmass size of Indiana, population size of like California and Arizona together. That's a fraction of our country. We are rated as the number one Korean skincare brand in the country that is known for skincare. We sold 40 million bottles of just one product in Korea. We've been in the US for 2 years. So, what you're getting with us is something called first movers advantage. In a direct selling company, you want to be in early, you want to be in at the beginning, but you don't want to go with a startup because 80% of startup companies fail in the first 3 years. So we are giving you something called the first movers advantage with the appeal of a new company, the appeal of a startup, but with zero risk. And again, number 20, you saw we're number 22 on the Direct Selling News top 100 list. We offer all kinds of stuff: skin, hair, body, makeup, and wellness. And I'm not going to go too deep into this. Ask the person who invited you here why we are so special. But I will say this. I asked my boyfriend Chat GPT today how many companies were microfluidizing their products. And it found one, and it was Riman. A microfluidizer is very expensive. They can be $300,000 to about $500,000. What this does is it breaks the skincare into tiny, tiny little particles that penetrate deeper into your skin. So we have a boatload of healing restorative ingredients, and they're going deeper into your skin. Now, because of that, we have to have a very clean formulation. Anything that's penetrating into your skin is going into your body, into your bloodstream. So we have no harmful ingredients, no carcinogens, no endocrine disruptors, nothing considered harmful. That is super, super important when we are doing the deep penetration. Okay. Another couple of things to note. When your skin is aging, it is usually loss of muscle mass to the face. So you're losing muscle and your skin has no place to sit. So where does your skin go? It starts drooping down, right? You got the jowls and you got the lines and the wrinkles and you're sagging, and your eyes are bagging out. I was born in the 1960s and people cannot believe what has gone on with my skin, the transformation. And we're going to see the transformations in just a minute. But I want to call out a very important ingredient that we have that most other skincare companies do not have. It's called carnosine. Carnosine is going to maintain, restore, and rebuild the muscle mass of your skin so that you are not drooping and sagging. I got a text from one of my good friends from high school, Meg. If you're on, hello, Meg Garvey. She said, my skin is getting so much firmer. Wow. What do I need to order next? That is because of the carnosine as well as the exosomes. Exosomes are tiny signaling, easy for me to say, tiny signaling molecules that tell your skin, hey, skin, act younger, make more collagen, make more elastin, glow, radiate, hydrate. Exosomes are next level, and very few skincare companies in the world are using them yet. So we are ahead of the game with our microfluidization, our carnosine, our exosomes, and other incredible ingredients. So let's see what it does. Look at, and we know everybody in these photos. And this is Brianna. This was a 5 day before and after. Look at the eye bag here in, I think this was a couple of months for the eye bags. I know this was a longer before and after. This is our team member, Dawn Johnson. Dawn is my age, also born in the 1960s. Look at what it did for her skin muscles to give herself muscles, right? So that her skin has a place to sit. Absolutely beautiful. All right, this is our friend Lori Aldis. Now, Lori, this is her before she used any skincare in the first picture. In the second picture, she's using medical grade skincare and she's also doing treatments like lasers and microneedling and oh my gosh, there was some other, oh, the PRP facial, which is like they take your blood and they mix your blood, they put your blood, it's crazy, right? She was doing all that stuff, and this was the best she got in the middle. The last photo is 6 months on Riman. Pretty remarkable, right? And look at these. This is our friend Andrea Lastly. These are her before and afters without makeup. And then this is her using the Riman makeup line. And this is our friend Jack Lou. And Jack's like, my spot's gone. Where's my spot? Look at Jack's spot. Is that not insane? Lily, if you're on, we're so excited for your husband. That is incredible. And this is our friend Judy Hahn. Judy, it took 10 years off her face. She is 78 years young, or 73, sorry. Sorry, Judy. 73 years young, and she lost 10 years from her face. And again, this is the signature line. So we start everybody on the ICD signature line. It works for acne, it works for men. And at the end is our friend Paige that it took 10 years off her skin. That is a 6 month before and after for Paige. So what we tell people is be consistent 2 times a day. And if you give us a year, we will give you back 10. So we also have hair care, we have body care, but before we get into that, we actually have a hairstylist here, a salon owner. Actually, she owns now a couple of beauty and health businesses. So, Kristen, we are going to turn it over to you. Thank you so, so much for being on. We're going to stop the share. All right, we have Kristen Corbett tonight. Kristen is a salon owner. She is an esthetician and a hairstylist out of Orlando, Florida. We have Cooper and I have had the pleasure of visiting her beautiful space, and I know you've moved now to an even more beautiful space, offering more services. Can you tell us a little bit about how you are incorporating Reman into your business? And thank you for being here. Oh, and we're going to unmute you. No, you're fine.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we gotcha.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much, Jen. Great to see everybody tonight. Yeah, so I have a hair salon. I've been a hair salon owner for almost 9 years now, and I just recently opened up a head spa. So think about facial for your scalp. So now I've got two rooms at the med spa that I own over there, and yeah, everything's going great. And so, as Jen knows, and if you're a hairstylist on here that owns their own place, we can get our hands on anything we want. And so there are so many products that I can choose from. And this product, the Bodo Lab from Riman, is my go-to. I not only use it on myself, I use it at the back bar of my salon, and I'm also incorporating it in the head spa services. And this is something that my clients are now using at home so that they can do their home care and take good care of, the services that I offer for them in a professional atmosphere. So not only do I love the product, but it's also about the ingredients sometimes. Once again, I don't know if you've heard the word diversion. There is a lot of professional hair products that are now being sold in drugstores, in TJ Maxx, in grocery stores, and you think that you're getting the real thing. You think that you're getting that brand name, and a lot of them are fake, or a lot of them are outdated, or they could be compromised because of a warm warehouse environment kind of thing. And so I call our brand like farm to face or farm to scalp because it's clean, it's holistic, and we know where the source is coming from. That is so important. Um, Especially as I get older, what I'm putting in my body, what I'm putting on my hair. People don't realize that what we're putting on our skin, and sometimes we forget about our scalp, that's going into our body. So it's really, really important for me to make sure that I'm using something really good. And on top of it, it's such a bonus that not only is it amazing, it's affordable. And so I always like to do a show and tell. This bottle right here, this is a 16.9-ounce bottle of shampoo that is $33. I mean, I retail shampoo at the salon that's, 45 to $50 for 8 ounces. So it's over double the size. And so not only do you have shampoo, but you have a really awesome conditioner, and you also have your treatment, which is the serum. So usually, serums are thought to be something that you would use, nothing to do with heat protectant. This is something that you can use on your hair before you blow dry, before you flat iron, all the things. And ladies, even gentlemen that use a flat iron, I want you to go check your flat irons and make sure that they are not above 385 degrees. Think about it like this. When you bake a cake or you bake cookies, you're baking them at 350. Now think about how you're doing your hair and that kind of heat that's on your hair. So that's a little tip. And also, this is part of our skincare line. This is the cleansing powder wash. I am incorporating this in a detox for head spa and scalp services. So before I shampoo their hair, I'm literally detoxing the scalp. Like I said, facial for the scalp. So this is something that you can also use at home. So I mean, that's basically where we're at as far as the hair care. I also love the skincare. Once again, I could I could use anything out there, and I have been blown away. One other thing I want to talk about with the skincare, because I know we've got other people that are going to be talking tonight, is that like Jen was saying, I can get my hands on anything. Well, the Americans are really, really good with marketing. And so all you need to hear is K pop or K beauty or South Korean skincare. And people are like, oh my gosh, that's the real deal. Well, a lot of it's not. And a lot of it could have one tiny ingredient of South Korean an ingredient, sorry, and the rest could be from another country. So if you look on the back of our products, they're actually written in South Korean. They're in Korean, so you know that they're authentic. But I can't say enough, being a hairstylist, a hair salon owner, and an esthetician, about how affordable, how well our product works, and how much it is like a holistic, chemical free kind of product. I am just blown away. So I just had to share that with you because it's so exciting.
I love it. Thank you so much. And thanks for that tip about the active powder on the scalp. Because
Yes.
yes, it's your skin and it's
Yes.
the health of that skin that determines the health of your hair, right?
100%.
Oh, this is why we like to have the professionals on because I never would have thought of that, but now I want to go shower. So I'm going to do that tonight. Thank you. Thank you for that tip. That's amazing. And thanks for being on. And, as Kristen said, she can use anything. They have access to every product, every line. And I know that there are probably more expensive lines that are going to make you maybe a little bit more money. I don't know, up front, not counting the team building aspect, but you go with what works and what provides true, real results for your customers. You're a good egg, Kristen Corbett. Thank you for being here. We love you. Next up, we are going to hear from a college student who I know very well. It's my son Cooper, and he watched what I did and he saw the paychecks coming in and he thought, whoa, you're making that kind of money selling cream? I'm all over it. He's a business guy. He goes to a business school. So, Coop, can you come on and tell everybody a little bit about what you're doing with your Riman business and really how it's helping you financially?
Yeah.
Because this is a business.
Yes, of course. Well, thanks for having me and hello everyone. So I get to talk a little bit about the business side of Riman, and you being here on this Zoom is super exciting because it can change your life. And that it gives honestly it gives me chills a little bit. As a guy, a bar of soap and cold water was my skincare, right? I didn't care too much. And listen, I love this skincare. My mom and sister introduced me to it, but I like making money a little bit more than I like having clear skin. And I realized that if I like these products, I'm not even the target market. The target market's going to go crazy for these products. And I realized if I just push them to the right people, I can make money. It sounds simple, and it is, but it's scary, right? Like nobody wants to go out and put themselves in front of people and get rejected over and over and over. It sucks. But I had to ask myself the question, would I rather fail over and over again to become the person I want to be, or just sit back and never take that chance? And for me, I want to fail until I make it. So it's definitely scary what we do. But the upside is infinite. So
I love that. Thank you for saying that. It is scary to approach people, but doesn't it feel good when people are so happy? I know Cooper has a salon on his team actually, and they're doing pop-up parties and they're absolutely loving it. Coop, tell us a little bit about the money. Like what have you been able to do with your income?
yeah, so it's mostly for most people it's gonna be offsetting costs, which is huge. So for me, I like to lift, I like to work out, I like to eat a lot of food, and for me, it's all the food I eat. I get to offset my grocery bill every month from just selling some skincare. It's opened my life up like crazy, and I know just groceries, whatever, but having that extra money is so nice, and I know it's just gonna keep growing.
Yeah, that's for sure. Thank you for saying that, Coop, and thanks for being on. We appreciate you. You can afford that grass-fed steak now at college to lift your weights, right? Yeah, good for you. That's awesome. All right, my friends. So next up, we have Allie Pfeiffer. Allie is also a business owner. You do not have to be a business owner to do this business. I am not. Cooper is not. Allie does have a business and she is a neurokinetic therapist. So she's really in the medical field. So, Allie, tell us a little bit about your product story. Tell us where you live, because I think that's an important piece of this story. And then tell us what the products have done for you and take it away. Thank you so much for being on.
Of course. Thank you so much for having me. Yeah, so as a neurokinic therapist, I work a lot with people trying to reprogram their muscle movement, and I'm very into clean products, natural living. I live in Colorado at 9,000 foot elevation. It is very dry, very cold here. So this line of products has been amazing in what it's done for my skin. So I've always wanted to use holistic products. And the one drawback sometimes to holistic products is they are clean, but they don't always work as well as we would like them to. That is what really caught me with Riman, because I started using this. I'd put it on my face in the morning, and I'm also a part-time ski instructor, so I'll be out on the mountain for the day, but I would come back in after being outside all day in the cold and the wind or the sun in the summer, and my face would still be totally hydrated. And it actually was so surprising being out here. I was walking down Main Street, and I have had, it has happened more than once, but I've had people stop me and say, "Hey, we know you don't live here, but what's your skincare routine?" And I actually get to say, "No, I do live here. I am not a raisin. I use this amazing Korean skincare, and it's clean. It bans 3,000 toxic ingredients." So I get to share all of that. And my passion for clean living really, this product line really hit that for me, and I was so grateful. I used a different product line for probably 5 or 6 years, but when I tried Riman, I had better results in 6 days than I had in 6 years with the other lines. So I started seeing change right away. So that is one of the reasons I love Riman. The other one is the fact that this business is really so easy to do because I spend my life sharing information with people, helping them live better in their bodies. And it's like if I go to a coffee shop and I want to buy a cup of coffee and I think it's a great cup of coffee, I'm going to go tell somebody, "Oh my gosh, you have to go try that place." It is that easy to sell the skincare. Somebody will ask you, "Oh my gosh, what are you doing with your skin?" And you're like, "Well, just let me tell you." And then they want it. So it is such an easy thing to tell people about. You just share it from your heart. When you love it this much, it's easy to do. And then the third really big reason I like this company is I have to move from Colorado up in the mountains down into like the Front Range area. So a little bit lower elevation, but I'm going to be an hour and a half from where I am right now. So I have clients here, I have business builders, all that. The great thing about this is I can still run my company and my business and still serve my customers and my clients, my builders while I move an hour and a half away, and I get to grow my business there as well. So this is such a flexible business. There's incredible tools to support your clients. It can all be done online, but I also do in-person pop-ups. So it's just such a flexible way to approach building a business. And I'm in love with it.
No, that's amazing. Thank you for saying that because you can do this business online, you can do this business in person, you can do this business so many different ways. You can go to vendor events and you can meet with people one-on-one. I met with people at Starbucks and I put the products on their face and then I said, go into the bathroom and wash off the oil cleanser, right? You can do it so many ways. I love that people stop you on the street. We know you don't live here. Because how
Right.
could you possibly live in Colorado and look that dewy and
Right.
fresh and glow? I mean, it's hysterical. So, and you talked about the coffee shop and you tell everybody, "Oh, this coffee shop's great." The coffee shop does not pay you. You do not get a little kickback from the coffee shop. But when you talk about Remon, you sure do. And I had two people this week come to me because their friends are using Remon and they saw their friends and said, "What are you doing to your face?" And then their friend said, "Oh, you got to talk to my friend Jen." And so I got two referrals this week. And that's what happens with this too. You get it on people's skin and people see, you can't hide your face. We like to say that we get people compliments. So I love hearing about your compliments, Allie, and we wish you all the best with the move. I know you're running like 100 miles an hour with your hair on fire to build as much as you possibly can before you move out of that area. So we're cheering
Yeah.
you on and we're super excited for you. Thanks for being here and for
Thank you,
sharing your
Jen.
story with us, of course. All right, so now we are going to get back and we're going to wrap this up hopefully pretty quickly. We have the hair care we talked about. We have the body care. Look at these pictures. So this is scalp psoriasis here on the left. One shampoo. If you know anyone suffering from scalp psoriasis, that is an embarrassing condition. They need to hear about this product. We also have incredible body care, and our body line has hyaluronic acid and collagen and all those really cool things. Look at this team member's arm. She works outside in the elements. She is a gardening expert, I believe. And look at what it did. And I think she was very dubious that it would help her arm at all, and it looks completely different. And then at the bottom, you see all of the hair regrowth before and after pictures. So in a Korean clinical trial, our shampoo and conditioner regrew hair by 61%. Pretty remarkable. Now I'm going to go very quickly through what else we have to offer. We also have supplements, and this is a gut health supplement. I am going to leave this up so you can read the customer testimonial while we do our first giveaway. Okay. So for this giveaway, you're going to head over to the chat. So pull up your chat and say hello. Take a little minute to get over there. And I'm going to ask you a question, a little Riemann trivia question that was in the presentation. And the first person to put the answer into the meeting chat is going to win a Riemann mystery product. That is whatever my assistant decides to send you. So the question is, how old is Riemann? And Kristen Corbett has nailed it with 8 years old. Woo, Kristen. All right, you got it. 8 years. I'm writing 8 years, but really I should be writing Kristen Corbett. Congratulations, my friend. You have won the Riemann mystery product. And hopefully you all had a minute to read the testimonial and see how this supplement has helped. It's incredible for your gut. And your gut is kind of, it's the heart of everything. It's basically all of your immune system hangs out in the gut. It needs to be healthy. And the healthier your gut, the healthier your skin. We have another supplement. It is a collagen peptide, and it is absolutely incredible for skin health as well. And we are going to ask our next question for our next giveaway while you all take in the Beauty Collagen Ampule. So the question is, how many billions of dollars did Riemann sell? And I was going to say, let's keep this open to planners, newer planners, and guests. So I'm going to go with Linda Lee. Linda, tell us who invited you here, who you are a guest of, and you will be our winner. And we will give you the information. The person who invited you here has the information to claim prizes. So reach out. And I didn't, Jerry, I didn't go with Jerry because I know she's been around a while, right? So we're going to give some of the newer people a chance to win. Congratulations, Linda's here with Kristen. Woohoo! Go Linda Lee. All right. So Kristen knows how to claim your prize, and she will reach out to you and get you that prize. Congratulations, everybody. So we didn't even mention this, but the top skincare formulator in Korea is our formulator. So because we have incredible formulators, we get really cool products like this collagen melting mask. This is going to visibly reduce wrinkles 28% on first use. This is something that you absolutely want to get your hands on if you have not tried. It is remarkable. We also, whipping through the products real fast, we have color cosmetics, and we know that more is coming at our convention in just 4 weeks. I think we're going to have some really good news about some eye makeup and some other makeup products. But right now we have incredible lip stains, matte lip, semi lip, lip oil, lip tints, absolutely gorgeous colors. And we have something called a 4D cushion. This is your face makeup. This gives you an airbrushed filtered look. The same technology is used by the company La Mer. La Mer charges $150 for theirs. We charge 50 and we give you two. And ours is infused with the Riman skincare. So this is skincare that doubles as a makeup, skincare makeup. And here are the before and after pictures of this skincare makeup. And you can see the pores vanishing after one application, and see how it looks. The before is on the left, the after is on the right, but the after really just looks like your skin, only better. And in the before, they're just wearing the skincare alone. We have incredible marketing and packaging. So our marketing and packaging company also does branding for all these top brands. We want our company to be a luxury brand that is recognized anywhere in the world. And it's important that we're recognized anywhere in the world because we are opening 50 countries in the next 5 years. We are already in the middle of our global expansion, and it has been incredible. Let's talk really quickly about the money. Couple things to note. There are no auto ships required. You do not have to buy anything to get paid. You do not have to enroll anyone to get paid. You make a sale, you get paid. You come in and initially you're going to make 10%. When you promote to the first rank, you are going to make 20%. At the next rank, you're going to make 30 to 40%. Now, here's the thing. When you hit those ranks, you lock them in for life. You never lose that percentage. So, in essence, you become a senior manager, you triple your income, and you hold that forever until you promote up to team leader, where you're quadrupling your income. The volume rolls over. So, if you're making sales, you're always going to have money in your back office that will count toward promotions. The average customer orders 7 to 8 times a year. So that's why we don't really have to require anybody to purchase anything because we're getting incredible reorders. And there's no back office fee, no hidden charges, which we love. We also have trips. You can earn amazing trips. We are in the middle of a trip earning period right now, but a new trip earning period starts next month. So you are here at the exact right time. You can come in, start your business, and you can earn a trip immediately. So here is our special offer tonight. Now, listen, we know who's on. We have grabbed screenshots. That's what I was doing when I was going off camera. I was making notes of everybody who's on. This is only available to you. This is not available to the replay. It's for those of you who took the time to show up and learn about something that could really change your financial future, or at the very least, help you make an extra couple $100 a month. Wouldn't that be great? And you get to use some amazing skincare. So it is $20 to become an affiliate. That's it. No other charges. You will get a rebate on a starter kit. And we're going to talk about that in just a minute. But if you join us by tomorrow night at 11:59 p.m., you are going to get a free stick bomb. Now, this stick bomb is all of our active ingredients in a concentrated stick, and it provides incredible moisturization for your face. It's great on the 11 lines, the marionette lines, the lip lines. So get back to the person who invited you and say, I want to join and I want that stick, so I'm going to join by tomorrow night. Now, here's the other piece of it. You don't have to, oh, okay. To get this stick, you do have to purchase a kit. I'm so glad I said that. You do have to purchase a kit. So it's the $20 to join, and then you buy a kit to get the stick. Now, we have several kit options. What I tell people is this: don't go bankrupt over joining this company. However, stretch yourself as much as you possibly can because whatever kit you get is going to be your joining story for the rest of your time with Riman. People are going to ask you, what kit did you get? You want to make your joining story a really good one. So stretch yourself as much as you possibly can, and your kit purchases count towards your promotions. So we are rocking and rolling. We are brand new. You are here at the very beginning of this for a reason. Get back to the person who invited you and say, I'm going to lock arms with you and I'm going to do this too. Don't look back a year from now as Riman is exploding and think, oh my gosh, I wish I had joined Riman when I first heard about it. Take the leap, take the chance, do it. We will welcome you with open arms into the community. And thank you all for being here tonight, for giving us your time. Have a great night, everybody. Bye.